वायुपुत्राय वज्रंगबली पंचवक्त्राय महाकाय ओम नमो आंजनेयाय। संकटमोचन महाबलाय वायुपुत्राय वज्रंगबली पंचवक्त्राय महाकाय ओम नमो आंजनेयाय। Gently close your eyes. Do deep breathing. We'll chant Om once together. Synchronize the chanting of Om with your exhalation. Breathe in. सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Gently open your eyes. We will chant from verses 11 to 15 of chapter 3. Devan bhavayatanena
Devan bhavayatanena
te deva bhavayantu vaha
te deva bhavayantu vaha
parasparam bhavayantaha
parasparam bhavayantaha
Shreya paramavapsyatha
Shreya paramavapsyatha
Ishtan bhogan hi vo devaha
इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवाः
दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः
दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः
तैर्दत्तानप्रदायैभ्यः
तैर्दत्तानप्रदायैभ्यः
यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः
यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्
अन्नाद्भवन्ति भूतानि
अन्नाद्भवन्ति भूतानि
पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः
पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः
यज्ञाद्भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञाद्भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः
यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः
कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम्
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम्
तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म
तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
Hari Om, and a very good day to all of you. So, in the last session, we were seeing the principle of moving from selfishness to unselfishness and from unselfishness to selflessness. 100% selflessness is a state of sthita prajna. Is a state of enlightenment. So, when you have this philosophy in life, that is, philosophy means when you approach life with this attitude that only me, that is selfishness, me and others. I will do good to myself and I will do good to others. That is unselfishness. Now you see the whole thing as a play of that supreme power or God. You neither give nor take. That is selflessness. Now, when we are trying to understand this development of of an individual, that is a spiritual evolution from selfishness to selflessness, you need to keep one important criteria in mind. That is, this entire thing, whether it is selfishness or unselfishness or selflessness, is not based on external actions. It is based on internal attitude. So when you are doing self-introspection to improve yourself, to find out where all you're selfish so that you can bring in that unselfish element. And then where all am I unselfish? Let me bring in this selfless element. You should be clear about the base principle. That is, these states are based on your bhavana, your attitude, not your physical actions. See, when it comes to a change, the easiest thing to change is your external action. Now, that doesn't really mean anything. For example, a person, let us say, has a very selfish bhavana. Now, he is going on taking from someone. He is just not bothered about repaying. He is not bothered about what the other person wants. Nothing. His focus is only on me, myself now. He's going on taking. So you'll tell him, why are you being so selfish? Why don't you think of the other person also? So when you are telling him to improve, when you tell him, why are you being selfish? You are not talking about the act of taking. You are talking of his intention. Now, if he understands it very superficially, if he equates selfishness to taking, that is the act of taking, what he'll do is immediately, from next day onwards, let's say he starts doing something for the other person. But internally, his selfishness will still remain. So it will look as if now he has gotten into an act of giving. It is true, but his ulterior motive would be to get something else from that person. The selfish attitude will continue. If a person is very sorrowful and you go and tell him, why are you feeling sorrowful? Become cheerful. No. Immediately he puts on an artificial smile. That is the easiest thing to change. The external action is the easiest thing to change. Now, just because he smiles externally, does it mean his sorrow is gone? Earlier he was frowning with sorrow, that is with a sorrowful bhav. Now he is externally smiling with the same sorrow inside. So our yogis are not talking of mere external changes. If an external change happens, that should be because of an internal change. When it is backed by an internal change, then that becomes genuine. See, there is a big difference between a genuine smile and a person who is hiding all the sorrow and smiling externally. If you are a little perceptive, if you have the depth, you will be able to easily find out. Haven't you noticed when people become stressed, they will give different kinds of expressions. Some people will talk a lot. Some people will exhibit restless behavior, restless expressions, fidgety behavior. What is interesting is some people will smile when they are stressed. The common factor is all three of them are stressed. But one is smiling, the other is very restless. So just because a person is smiling doesn't mean he is cheerful. But a cheerful person would also smile, but that smile will be a natural expression of what he is experiencing inside. So this is something which you should have in mind. That's why he is using the word bhava again and again. Even in the next verse, he will talk about it. So why is he using this word bhava again and again when it comes to yajna? Because we determine whether an action is yajna or not based on the bhava, not based on the external action. So, an action being the same, the bhava can be selfish, unselfish, or selfless. This is the beauty. That is why it is very difficult for you to find out who is spiritual, who is not spiritual. That's why our yogis say, never get into judging others, because you will definitely make a mistake. Even when you are trying to see who is spiritual, who is not spiritual, what are the parameters you take? Generally, what is the dress the other person is wearing? If a person wears a so-called spiritual dress, immediately people think, oh, he is a very highly evolved soul, great spiritual person. That is a very superficial way of doing it. There are many yogis who live a normal, ordinary life. So this is something which you should keep in mind when you're doing your self-introspection, when you're trying to change yourself. The temptation would be to straightaway change the action. Now pause a little bit. If at all you're changing some action, if it is done with full awareness in order to build the right attitude, that is fine. But most people just try to bring about changes externally and then they psych themselves up to believe that they have changed. See, even this action of explaining about the Bhagavad Gita, is it a selfish action or what type of action is it? A superficial person would say, oh, what a noble action, selflessness. Not necessarily. If a speaker is thinking about his benefit alone, when giving this, when talking about the Bhagavad Gita, then that becomes a selfish action. How many followers can I get? I mean, for a yogi, he will laugh at it. The moment we talk of following, how many followers I have a great spiritual image and all that. That is all totally meaningless for a yogi. If you go by those parameters, then the Himalayan yogis are not at all spiritually developed. That's how you will conclude, because they will have no followers. Some of them are not known also. So, supposing a person is calculating how many people, followers are, and what can I get from them? If his focus is on name and fame, these are the things he wants. But what is he talking about? The Bhagavad Gita or some other scripture? Then how can you call that action as a spiritual action? If you merely go by the externalities, you will say, he's a noble person. So that's why you shouldn't judge like that. The same action can be unselfish also. If a person thinks about his welfare and others' welfare, now that becomes an unselfish action. Let me explain about the Bhagavad Gita so that I can also benefit and others can also benefit. The bhavana changes here. And that same activity can be a selfless action also. If a person gives it with this attitude that it is a work of God, I am nobody to give or take and all that. Today, God has put me in this position to explain this. So let me do it to the best of my ability and I'll get out. That's it. If a person has that kind of an attitude where he does not bring the ego, the kartrutva bhavana, I am the doer attitude at all, then that same action becomes selfless. So once you understand the base principle, you will not look for special activities to practice unselfishness or selflessness. See, generally what do? We want to do, do practice yajna. Okay, unselfish. What do it? Let me go and join some organization, service organization. I'm putting it in quotes. People think only that is unselfish. Even in a service organization, there could be a hunger for power. Because in order to run an organization, you require the distribution of responsibility. So one person may be the secretary, one person may be a treasurer, one person may be... All this is common. Now, I have seen a lot of people fighting there. So much of politics happen within that institution, which was started originally with the aim of doing some good. So, I want you to really get into the base principle, that is the yogic approach. Then you will not look for any special activity. Whatever activities you are doing today, now you will start converting them from selfishness to unselfishness and from unselfishness to selflessness. How? By changing your bhavana. Once a lady came and asked me, she was a housewife, a homemaker, and she asked me, "Sir, I just love whatever I am doing. I love to cook and all that. Now, how to make this act of cooking spiritual? That is something which I can't understand. I'm cutting vegetables, I'm putting some, let us say, brinjal or potato and all that. Now, where is God and all that in this? How do I really develop through this?" Yes, that is a very good question, very relevant question. It's not because it's about cooking. I'm saying, how do I convert my activities, the day-to-day activities which I'm doing, into spiritual activities? That should be the question of a sadhak. Then I told her, very simple. When you're cooking, what is your focus? Is your focus that others should eat the food which I have prepared and they should praise me? They should say excellent. Is that your focus? Find out. Or is your focus, I'll prepare wonderful food so that, others can really enjoy that. I will also enjoy this. Others will also enjoy that food. And there is happiness. In my own way, I create happiness in myself and others. Is that your focus? I didn't talk to her so much about selflessness. So she was a very frank person. So she thought about it and she said, a mix of both. As I asked her, how are you saying that? Because sometimes when people don't appreciate my food, then I get affected. So I feel to that extent I am having those expectations. So I said simple, if your focus is on getting something out of it, only me, that is, that if that attitude is there, then that becomes selfish. Convert that energy. Cook so that happiness can be spread, so that people can really enjoy the food. Then it becomes unselfish. That was a big eye-opener for her. So she asked me, does it mean that if someone does not appreciate, I will still be balanced? I said yes. If your focus is on the higher principles, your happiness will not be dependent on another person's appreciation. Supposing, let us say, the food is actually not good and another person appreciates, just for the sake of appreciation. Now, what is the point in feeling good? You know the quality is not good. You should correct it. No. So then she asked me, what about further higher? I said, yes. As you evolve like this, wherever you are unselfish, now you can convert it into further higher spirituality. How? Start doing the same action of cooking as an offering to the infinite, offering to God. God has given me this talent and I am enjoying this. The talent is God given. I am just expressing it. So this becomes my primary duty because this is my swadharma. Because she herself said, I just love to cook. Whatever you love to do in life, that becomes your swadharma, no? Now immediately don't say, sir, I love to smoke and drink. Is that my swadharma? We are talking of talents here. We can't say smoking and drinking and all is a talent, you know. Because one boy actually asked me in one of the live programs in an auditorium, a boy stood up and said, sir, I just love to play PUBG game. But my parents are saying, you're indulging in that too much. So I am, due to which I am not faring well in my studies. But what they are not able to understand is, this is my swadharma. I just love playing it and I'm so good at that, you know. So you only say, follow your swadharma. That is what I'm trying to practice, but my parents are not able to understand. This was his question. So I had to explain to him, this is not your swadharma. This is your weakness. A person gets angry and says, anger is my swadharma. So don't misuse it. Whatever talents you have, you will automatically love that work. So this is what she said. So this is my swadharma. It's been given to me. So I will do it as an offering to the infinite. When you get into that spirit, then you are dropping that ego of doing. You are dropping that thought that I am doing it. I am the doer. Attitude is going away. You are saying it is all just flowing because of God's grace. God is doing it. God is the ultimate doer. Now that becomes selflessness. So the same act of cooking can be made into a yajna. Now why I am taking the example of cooking is because it's a day-to-day activity. What people would consider as a normal activity. But actually there is nothing like a normal activity, abnormal activity and all that. There is nothing like worldly activity, spiritual activity. Any activity can be worldly or spiritual depending upon your bhavana. So you may be doing an external act of puja, worship, but what is your bhavana? You have to check that. I know some yogis, sometimes, when people come and offer them something, they accept that even though they have no use for that, they accept that just to make that person happy. I've seen that with some masters. And then later on, they have given off that thing which they took to somebody else. Then why did they take that? Because that bhavana was so pure. When that person is offering, he feels, sir, this is my dakshina, this is my offering. When they give it with that bhavana, that has to be respected. So externally it's an act of taking, but it is a selfless attitude by that master. So never ever go by mere externalities. This is so important when we are trying to master the principle of yajna. Because in the next verse, and then even in verse number 13, we'll be talking about giving and taking. Unless you are firmly established in this base principle about bhavana, you will misunderstand that whole thing. You will equate it to acts of giving and taking. A person may give or take with any of these three bhavas: selfishness, unselfishness, or selflessness. A person may give with a selfish attitude. A person may take with a selfless attitude. So many possibilities arise. So that is why understand these principles in a deeper way and go within and look at your motives. When the masters say you should build a Shuddha Bhavana, they genuinely mean it. And in order to absorb that principle and practice it, that is that of Shuddha Bhavana, it requires a lot of effort, self-introspection, courage to see what is there within you, courage to accept, and then change it. But the easiest thing to do is immediately take up some external so-called acts of service, which will again be noticed by others and appreciated. Oh, he's a great man of service. She's a very service-oriented lady, But what is the bhavana behind it? Yatha bhavaha tata asi. As your bhavana, as your bhava, so are you. Remember this. So may you nourish the gods by this. May the gods nourish you, nourishing each other, parasparam. From parasparam only we saw this selfishness, unselfishness and selflessness. So nourishing each other, shall you obtain the highest good, param shreyah. So when he uses the word shreyah, again the word param is used. Here it is used in the sense of highest. So what is this Shreya? The word Shreya became very famous among the yogis through the Kato Upanishad. Kato Upanishad is a very interesting Upanishad wherein the young boy, 5-year-old boy, Nachiketas, he goes to meet Lord Yama. See, he had a lot of questions. He wanted to learn the Brahma Vidya. He wanted to know the secret of death. Is there something called immortality? If so, what is it? Because he could see that the body was subject to decay, death. Body is bound to perish. So then what is this immortality? What is the secret of death? So this was going on in his mind. So he asked some teachers, pandits. See, there's a difference between pandit and a master. No? So he asked some pandits who were well versed with the scriptures and the language part of it and all that. So they gave some answers, but that was not satisfying because he was a real seeker. His age was only 5. And he was wondering, where can I find a master? How to, solve this? This is bothering me. I want to learn the highest. So at that time, his father, who was also a very religious person, who was into a lot of pujas and lot of rituals and all that. So he had arranged for a yajna, that is the Havan fire worship, and generally they give dana, that is gifts to people after the ritual is over. So he was giving some cows and all that to many people. And what Nachiketas found is that his father was not really having the spirit of giving. That's what I'm saying. You should go by the bhavana. See, this young boy who was such a great seeker, just by being a seeker, he had developed that inner perception. He had become so energy sensitive, he was able to see the bhavana of his father, attitude. So his father was trying to dispose of waste items. See, sometimes what happens is, in the name of giving or gifting, what some people do is, they take all the things which they are not using and then they give it and they get a name that, oh, he's a great giver. That's what his father was trying to do. Some cows were sick. Instead of attending to the sick cow, he was trying to push it off to another person. So all this boy noticed. So he asked his father, to whom are you going to gift me, O father? Means he was trying to give him a message, what you're doing is wrong, So in a teasing way, he asked this question. And his father ignored him initially, but when he repeated that question, his father got very angry. He said, my own son is making fun of me. See, there also he didn't try to look within and correct himself. So immediately he got angry. And in that fit of anger, he told Nachiketas, I will give you to the god of death, to Yama. To whom are you going to give me? That's what he was asking, to the god of death. And then once he said that, then only he realized what a grave mistake he had made. In a fit of anger, we say so many things. Later on we regret. That's what happened. But the boy accepted that as the words from the divine, because the boy was so happy. He said, thank you very much, Father. I will now leave and I am going to go and meet Lord Yama. Father started crying. He said, please don't go. I just said it out of it. He said, no. Whether you said it out of anger or not, you have solved a big puzzle for me, because I have certain questions about life, death. And I couldn't get a proper answer from anywhere. I was wondering, where can I meet a real master who can teach me the higher science? And through your words, God Himself has given me the answer. Who is the best person to explain to me about the mysteries of death. The God of death himself. Why should I go to anybody else? So, thank you very much, Father, and he left. And his father felt so much of pain, he even fainted. So he went to the abode of Lord Yama. And when he had gone there, Lord Yama had gone out. So he was waiting outside. So Yama's assistant said, you can't come here and all that, he is not here. He said, no, I have come here to meet Lord Yama. He has gone out. Okay, he just continued to wait there. 3 days, 3 nights, he just stayed there, stood there. See, when you're a real seeker, automatically you will get that patience. You will not be in a hurry. Every question has to be answered immediately. The Guru will choose to answer the question only when that person is ready. So he didn't immediately say, he didn't get affected and go away. See, before one gets the highest wisdom, the Guru will thoroughly test. Even if there is a little bit ego, one cannot enter the realm of the infinite God. It's not possible. So 3 days, 3 nights. After 3 days, Yama came. He saw this boy standing. So he went to the other entrance and he called the assistant. He said, why is this boy standing here? This boy Nachiketas. To which they said he wanted to meet you. He said, you people are so foolish to make him wait. He is a Brahmin boy. Brahmin here is not by birth. Brahmin means one who is sattvic. Anybody who is sattvic is a Brahmin. So, sattvic means what? One who seeks God. Being a seeker, you made him wait. It's a very, very, they see, if I don't give him something in return now, that sin, I will get bad karmas. So he went to that boy, and the boy immediately saluted Lord Yama. And Lord Yama said, Nachiketas, you're so young, you've taken pains to come here and all that, and you waited for 3 days, 3 nights. So I will give you 3 boons in return. Ask 3 boons, whatever it is that you want. So, to which Nachiketas asked 3 boons. The first boon, he said, is when I came, my father was very hurt by that. He was in deep sorrow. So I request you to give him healing so that all his sorrow goes away, he becomes happy. See, the Upanishads are trying to teach the higher lessons of life through such incidents. What does that mean? The first duty which you have is towards your parents, towards your family. Because father means you don't take only father. What about mother? What about, supposing you're married, means what about spouse? The first duty which you have is towards your immediate family. Father, mother, spouse, children. If you don't do your duties there, then what spirituality are you talking about? There are many people who neglect parents, who neglect their duties towards their spouse, children, and they say, I am into meditation and all that. There is no meaning for with all that. That's what in the Upanishad they are teaching. First duty towards immediate family. So Yama said, Tathastu, so be it. Second duty, the second boon which he said, teach me the principle of yajna. Why I am telling you, giving you from Kathopanishad is because this whole thing is a reflection of Kathopanishad only. the science of yajna. Why? He said, because I want to perform yajna for the sake of society, so that everyone is good. This is the second obligation which we have. First is towards our immediate family. Second is towards the whole society. That's what Krishna will be calling as Loka Sangraha. For the entire world, for the welfare of the world, should you function. So, Lord Yama taught him what is yajna, service. And in that, he talks about Shreyaha and Preyaha. So once he teaches him the principle of yajna, Yama is so happy, because Nachiketas was such a perfect student, he absorbed 100%. See, generally, when a guru gives to the student will take time to absorb, no? But for Nachiketas, absorption was instant, 100%. His knowledge became wisdom immediately. So, Yama was so pleased with Nachiketas, he took a mala, a pearl mala from his neck, and he put it on Nachiketas, around Nachiketas' neck, saying, "This is my gift to you." See, this is the unconditional love which a teacher has, which a master has for a student. Because ultimately, when a student absorbs fully, that is what really a master looks for, if at all. So it was a spontaneous expression of affection by Lord Yama. So that is the second obligation, yajna. And then the third boon which Nachiketas asked was, tell me what is beyond birth and death. Means teach me the Brahma Vidya. That was what he was asking. Now, Yama was in a big fix, because he thought this boy is too young, just 5-year-old. How can he learn this? So he wanted to test him. So he told Nachiketas, this is too high a question for your age. Don't ask me about this, what is beyond death and all that. You ask some other boon. To which Nachiketas said, no, I don't want anything else. I want to learn this secret. So then Yama tried to tempt Nachiketas. He started offering him so many things. He said, I'll give you a lot of gold, I'll give you wealth, I will give you this, I will give you that. He went on offering him. And Nachiketas was so bored that he turned the other side. And at that time, some heavenly dancers were passing by, to which Yama was watching his eyes. He was looking at those dancers. So he said, do you want their company? I will arrange. That was the time when Nachiketas uttered the famous words, Tavaiva vahas tavanritya gite, he said. Means you keep your chariots, because Yama had offered so many things, chariots, this and all, the nrityam, the music, the enjoyments, everything, all that you keep. You give me the Brahma Vidya. And at that point of time, Yama knew that Nachiketas was a real seeker. He had tested him fully, and then the real Upanishad starts from there, because Lord Yama taught him what are the secrets of death. In that, he talks about Shreyaha and Preyaha. That's what I'm coming to. So the yajna is also given in that Kathopanishad. What is the science of yajna? The deeper meaning of yajna, with which we do good to oneself and others. And then he talks about two paths, Shreyaha and Preyaha. Preyaha is the path of the pleasant. Shreyaha is the path of the good. And Yama praises Nachiketas. He says, you have followed the path of Shreyaha. You have that much clarity. You are so clear about what you wanted. And when I tempted you with so many things, you said, I don't want all that. You give me whatever I want. You are so clear. You are so focused. The Guru praises the student so much, with so much of love, affection. Very interesting. When Yama offered Nachiketas, he offered so many things. He said, I'll give you a long life, eternal youth. Then he said, I will give you a power by which you can fulfill all your desires. Any desire you have, you can fulfill. How many of you will say no to such a boon? You think no. But Nachiketas was unmoved. I want the infinite means I want the infinite. So, Shreyaha is such a powerful word. I told you, it means good, it means better, it means the best. When we take the dimension of good, when we take the meaning of Shreyaha as good, that becomes the path. What is good for me? What is not good for me? You should make an analysis. See, when he says that thus nourishing each other, you shall obtain the highest good, it is not at one go. By using the word Shreyaha, he is also giving you the path. That is the beauty of all these words. He says Parasparam, now Param Shreyaha. So first dimension of Shreyaha is good, which is what is given in the Kathopanishad. Yama tells Nachiketas, you have already mastered the path of Shreyaha. Now I will give you the real wisdom, he says. What is that path of Shreyaha? In life, you should start choosing what is good for you, what is beneficial for you. Not Preyaha, merely that which is pleasant. Many things may be pleasant, may give you an immediate enjoyment, but in the long run, they will cause problems to you. So what are you choosing in life? You're always choosing the path of Preyaha. That which is good for you may not be pleasurable many a times to start with. That doesn't mean you should reject it, but the mind immediately rejects it. So the first thing which you should do as a sadhak, if you want to master yajna, is start practicing Shreyaha in your life. Means start choosing that which is good for you. Every Sunday to watch this, to receive this higher wisdom, that is a discipline, that is good for you. One day I don't feel like attending. You will have to conquer the moods and come. That is the tapas which Nachiketa showed, See, he went right up to the abode of Lord Yama. What amount of courage? What gave him that courage? Because he was a seeker. He was a sadhak, genuine sadhak. So whatever disciplines, whatever sadhanas which are given every day, do the Yoga Sankirtan sadhana. That is good for you. So you should train your mind in this path of Shreyaha, that which is good for me. And all the sattvic habits, all the sadhanas given by the Guru is very, very good for the student in the long run. So, Shreya first means good. That is your path. The second dimension of Shreya is better. What is the meaning of better? When you take the highest, which is infinite, that is better than everything. Actually, the highest will fit into the third one, best, straight away. But as a sadhana, what do we mean by better? Anything which you achieve in life, the infinite is the highest. So what is better than this? You should constantly look for improvement in life, continuous improvement. A seeker is one who constantly tries to better himself or herself. What was I yesterday? Have I become a better person today? And then again the next day, I should become a better person today. That's how a seeker progresses continuously. A seeker will never get bored or tired with sadhana. The moment you get bored or tired with sadhana, it means you've moved away from this principle of Shreya. That is the meaning of better. Go on, see, first you choose what is good for yourself and then go on bettering it. And then what is the third dimension of Shreya? Best. You may achieve anything you want in your life, but what is that ultimate? What is the best? That is the infinite. God alone is the highest. So, Shreya, when he says you shall obtain, that is a path and the goal. And then he qualifies it by saying Param Shreya, the highest good, the highest better. If there is a phrase like that, actually in English grammar it doesn't fit in. The highest best, double superlative. Because of lack of words, he is combining two words, Param and Shreya, and he is describing that in line with Yajna. Because when you do Yajna, you will also get boons like what Nachiketas got. You will be able to fulfill all your obligations in life. You will be able to do good to society and to yourself. You will get all the pleasures, everything will come. But you should not lose focus. All these relative benefits, when they come to you, experience them objectively. Don't lose your head over all that. Your goal is Param Shreya, the highest. We have translated it as good. But as I told you, Shreya is one word which means good, better, best. Which means, whatever it is that is available in the world today. Today means yesterday, today, tomorrow, whatever the world has to offer, this is the highest. The infinite is beyond all finite achievements. Param Shreya. That may you obtain. It's a blessing which he is giving us. How? By practice of Yajna. So, Shreya is the word which contains the essence of Yajna, if you really go deep into it. That is what Lord Yama told Nachiketas. Before coming to me itself, you have practiced this path of Shreya. You know clearly what is the path of good, what is the path of pleasure. And it's not that you merely know, because even men of knowledge, he says, even people who have so much of knowledge, they get baffled when they get into life situations as to what is good, what is merely pleasant for me. This is what Yama says. But Nachiketas, you have mastered that practically. You gained the wisdom. So you are qualified to learn the higher science. It is an amazing story, It inspires you tremendously. Just by listening to that incident of Nachiketas, your whole mind gets purified. So, nourishing each other shall you obtain Param Shreya, the highest good. Now when I say Param Shreya, highest good alone will not be enough. You will understand the deeper meaning. Whatever is good for me, I'll pick up. But that is only good. That is not the best. So I will go on bettering. I will go on improving. You should always look for growth. Till when? Till I reach the best. And that is the highest Param. The infinite. This is what Swami Vivekananda said. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached, he said. Everyone compromises at some level or other. But a true sadhak will have an uncompromising attitude. He will experience and enjoy whatever the relative benefits are, but he will never get lost in them. Your ultimate purpose is Param Shreya. That is why you have taken this birth. That is why you are sitting right now and listening to this. You may understand the significance of the statement today. You may understand it after 10 years also. But this is what the truth is. You have taken this human birth only to reach that highest state, Param Shreya. And once you are inspired by that goal, your life will take a different turn. Your life will become so purposeful. It is only by going through the various experiences of life and purifying yourself, from purifying your bhavana from selfishness to unselfish to selfless, that you can reach that state of Param Shreya. So the purpose of your life will be revealed to you when you get inspired by this goal. So the most interesting part of Kathopanishad is Nachiket did all his duties. He did his duties towards his family. He did his duties towards his society. And he also gained the highest wisdom. That is how you should progress. So, Shreya means good, better, best. Amazing, no? The Sanskritam word, how it means so many things. Shreya also means superior. That which is superior most. See, what happens is, in life, you tend to have an exaggerated value for so many things in life, which actually don't give you permanent happiness. So he says, that which is superior to everything which the world has to offer. Best means excellent, the highest point which you can reach in terms of excellence. That is Shreya. Shreya also means becoming more happy, becoming more blessed. Whatever happiness you get, there is always a higher happiness. If you understand this, you will keep on doing your sadhana, you will keep on growing till you reach the highest state of happiness, the highest state of blessings, infinite blessings. So, Param Shreya, Shreya is the path of the good, and then you go on bettering yourself, moving towards your ultimate purpose. And Shreya also represents the highest, Param Shreya. Actually, once you understand the deeper meaning of Shreya, to translate it as mere good will not be so satisfying. But we have no choice. When we are translating, we have to use some word and put it. Since he has used Param Shreya, highest good, we have left it at that. But you all have this opportunity to use the yogic approach, go deeper into it, and get the deeper meaning. So whether you go deep into the word yajna, instead of saying word, let us say principle, because we are not going merely into a word splitting analysis like in terms of language. It is a principle. So whether you go into the deep into the principle of yajna, or whether you go deep into the principle of bhava, or whether you go deep into the principle of parasparam, or shreya, param shreya, you will come to the same conclusion. Every one of these principles, I told you, is like a circle. You can start and you can reach the infinite. And in case you say, sir, I have not understood anything, no problem. In the next verse, he'll give you a few more. You may get tired, but he is never tired. He is going to give you infinite opportunities for growth. You keep on rejecting, no problem. At some point you will accept. You will absorb something. That is the beauty of our ancient wisdom. Anywhere you look, they will bring spirituality there. You are running after wealth, okay, Goddess Lakshmi. So they divinize, they give you a divine experience in that pursuit of wealth, and they elevate your consciousness. Now I want success, Lord Ganesha. Again, it becomes a divine experience, your consciousness is uplifted. I want knowledge, I want to read a lot of books. Some people say no. If you ask them for what, they have no answer. But I just want to gain a lot of knowledge. Goddess Saraswati. Again, it becomes a divine experience. Your consciousness is uplifted. So our masters our masters have not left any aspect of life. That is the beauty. So, yajna, bhavana, parasparam, shreya. When you put all these things together, you can understand the power of this verse. Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantuha. Parasparam bhavayantaha. Parasparam bhavayantaha. Shreya param shreya avapsyata. Is this clear? See, it may not be fully clear. The reason is, you have to practice Shreya in your life. Then only it will become clear. That's what Lord Yama says in the Kato Upanishad. He says even people with great knowledge, they get baffled, they get confused when they practically face situations. When you are going through an intense experience in life, all this knowledge will take the back seat. So that is where sadhana helps. You should not leave your sadhana till you gain complete mastery. So whatever inspires you, absorb it, start thinking about it and start practicing. It's not that, everything which is said in Sunday lectures, you should now remember every minute of your life and practice. Pick up just one or two which inspire you, one or two points, and go into the depth of it. Week after week, the inspiration is being provided. But you can see that from whichever angle we go, ultimate message will be one and the same only. So don't be a mere information gatherer. You have to create the transformation within yourself. Okay? So we will stop with that because I want you to do some reflection, absorb this power of Param Shreya. Because if you can understand what is Shreya, you've actually understood the path, you also understood what your goal is, you get a complete direction in life, everything will get set. That is the beauty. Okay? So reflect on these principles. They will give you so much of power. You will become a very powerful sadhak, like that young boy Nachiketas. And when you become a powerful sadhak, automatically the Guru will give you powerful sadhanas, will empower you with the highest wisdom. You have that power to create your life even in the spiritual field. Okay, so before we do the Nididhyasana meditation, I will take up one question. I don't need to read it because it's in continuation with the answer which I had given to a question last week about wealth. So a lady sadhak has sent a mail saying that she did a lot of reflection on the answer which was given last time, and she found that she had some very strong beliefs that wealth, money, all these things are spiritually wrong. So her question is how to get out of this wrong belief. Now, you need to first understand the mechanism of a belief. How do you first get a belief? Whenever you accept some thought, some idea thrown by someone, either you think about it or you don't think about it, but when you accept it, that starts going into the deeper layers of your mind and finally it settles down as a belief. So once it becomes a belief, by merely saying, now I want it to go, it will not go. Because when you say I want it to go, it is at merely the thought level, but it has gone at a much deeper level. So when the beliefs are wrong, they become what we call as karmic blocks after a while. They become strong blocks for you to progress. They prevent you from progressing. So your question is very valid. I have located my belief which is preventing me from progressing. That's what she has said. Because every time she says, she has mentioned that every time she gets some good experience, let's say more wealth starts increasing. Not only wealth, she has mentioned anything good if it happens in my life, I tend to immediately repel it subconsciously. I'm able to see it now through sadhana. Because somewhere deep down there is a belief that wealth is wrong, worldly experiences are wrong, I should be spiritual, I should not be worldly, these enjoyments will take me away from my goal. So that belief is there. So I am neither experiencing it fully, nor am I able to get out of it fully. I am somewhere caught up in between. This is how she has worded it. She has expressed her question in a beautiful way, So this is the very turmoil which every sadhak goes through, where the wrong beliefs you have, they become blocks. They don't allow you to experience life fully. Okay, at least you're not experiencing life fully. Now just close your eyes and think about the infinite. You're unable to do that also because the inner turmoil is going on. So what do? See, that is where the sadhana comes into the picture. You can release these deep-rooted blocks only through sadhana. And the Yoga Sankirtan sadhana which has been given to you is the highest sadhana because it deals with a higher celestial vibrations. So when that vibrational pattern of energy is daily absorbed by you, it will slowly go into the deeper layers of your mind and release all your wrong beliefs. And it will go even to the karmic body and start releasing the karmas also. But this has to be done gradually. Overnight it cannot change. Now as far as this 22-day empowerment which we are going to have on attracting abundance, you're very fortunate because we are going to spend several sessions, at least 3 to 4 sessions directly on releasing the various blocks which prevent you from attracting abundance into your life. We will be doing some special meditations. The healing, powerful healing is going to be given so that the karmic blocks are removed. Then these wrong beliefs are removed. Then emotional blocks, physical blocks. We will work on all levels. 4 special sessions are going to be conducted. Even in the other sessions, indirectly the healing will be given to remove the blocks, but specifically 4 sessions are going to be devoted for releasing the various blocks pertaining to the energy of abundance. So this is the help which is going to be given. That's why these empowerment programs are being conducted. See, otherwise, if you attend these Sunday sessions and do your daily sadhana, gradually you will progress. But these empowerment programs actually help to speed things up. At one go, a big chunk of the karmic blocks can be released because the higher energy is lent to you, as it were. That's what we call as energy transference, So the sadhana becomes more intensified when you receive the empowerment. So my request is you just continue to do your daily sadhana. Now that you've become aware of it, it will start getting released in a gradual way. And during the empowerment program, those special sessions will be conducted, which will release all these wrong beliefs from your system forever. All you need to do is attend that in a very sincere way. Okay, so earlier you were not aware of it, now you become aware of your own beliefs, which is a very positive sign. That means you're growing. Now just be a little patient and keep doing your sadhana. And when you do your sadhana sincerely, you will get such opportunities in the form of empowerment programs. Anyway, you are attending that. And you will receive that higher grace with which these things can be wiped out. So we require the help of the higher Shakti and the Guru Shakti, the grace of the masters, to be successful in our sadhanas. Okay? Several other questions also have been asked about the program. I will answer it in due course. Some technical questions have been asked. For that you can come for the, when you come for the program, you will know. Okay. So now we'll do the Nididhyasana meditation. Gently close your eyes. Do deep breathing. With every breath, I am becoming more and more relaxed. Feel the divine vibrations. With every breath, I am going deeper and deeper into myself. Beyond this physical body, beyond these various emotions and thoughts, lies my higher self, my higher self is infinite and divine. I choose to practice the sadhana of Shreya by choosing that which is good for me. I choose to grow continuously till I reach the infinite. I am Swayam Prakashit, self-illuminating. Offer your gratitude to God Supreme. Offer your gratitude to your Guru and all the holy masters. Slowly come back. Wriggle your fingers, your toes. Rub your palms together to create a warmth. Cup your eyes with your palms. Gently rub your eyes, cheeks, forehead, top of the head, back of the head and neck. Slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. So we had a very powerful session today. Principle of Shreya. The moment you just utter these words, Param Shreya, that inspires you instantly. You need to be consistent in your daily sadhana. Then only you will get prepared for higher experiences in spirituality. I am preparing you every week for the November 10th event, the release of SHRI HANUMAT DHYANA. The online telecast is on 17th of November. So the energy levels are going to be very high. The empowerment is not going to be given for SHRI HANUMAT DHYANA straight away, but the healing experience will be given. The empowerment will be given after a few months during the Yoga Sankirtan empowerment course. And through these meditations, I'm also preparing you for the 22-day empowerment course on attracting abundance. The energy of abundance is absolutely required your life, whatever it is that you want to do, if it is backed by the energy of abundance, it will be a terrific boost to you, you know. Because when you put in your honest efforts, if this backing is given, that will be so wonderful for you. But in order to receive that, you need to prepare yourself by doing your daily sadhana. See, I have told you this, no? The moment you register, the healing will start. The preparatory healing energy is being given to you every day. So that will start coming to you, you will be receiving it. That itself will enhance your sadhana experiences, provided you are consistent in your daily sadhana. So all this put together will prepare you fully to receive that higher energy during the 22-day program. Okay? So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next session. Hari Om.